Hey everyone, it's your fearless leader. I'm JJ. What is up? Today I'm going to talk to you about that feeling when you know that you've hurt somebody and you know that you're in the wrong and you know that you need to fix it with this person, but they don't want to hear from you. They don't want contact with you. They just want to be left alone. And while I understand boundaries completely, I think that closure is a big thing, but I'm going to talk about that later in the podcast. Right now I'm going to talk about the state of the world and how this topic is highly personified in today's world. So, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but it's been constantly people are constantly putting other people down. People are literally physically abusing people just because they're a different color, just because they're of a different background, just because they think differently, they have different political views, because they have different ways of believing, because people will find and nitpick every little thing that they don't agree with, and they will turn it into something major. And I am not an expert. I am a white, privileged, middle class human being. I am not trying to preach on white privilege. I am not trying to preach on that topic. All I'm trying to say is that there is so many diverse communities in this world that if everyone would stand up and understand that we don't have to have the same views and we don't have to agree on everything the same way, then the world would be in harmony. The world would be in a much better state than it is. Like, there's so many people dying because of police brutality. There's so many people getting racially profiled. There's so many people that are having hate crimes put upon them because of who they love. And that's not right. This world should be one that we want to be in. This world should be a world that is inclusive, not disclusive. It should be, and I know I'm naive and thinking that it should be these ways, but I don't think I'm the only one. I don't think that I'm the only one that thinks this way. If I am, please feel free to stop me, or just don't listen to my podcast anymore. But I'm tired of people not getting the voice that they deserve, not getting the respect they deserve, not getting the basic needs that they deserve. Like all of these minorities, like not even race, but like people that are homeless, people that they're just stereotyped, and they're not viewed as people of society, which is really, really, really sad. It is sad to the point of me almost being in tears over here. Like, I don't understand how people can take, for example, me. I'm 28 years old. I have a disability. I am a queer person. I have all these cards against me. And I still, thankfully, get the respect. But there's some ableism language out there that is very discriminatory and that is very derogatory to the people that are in that minority group. And it's just appalling to know that the state's leader is being so narrow-minded and watching these people suffer and watching them be mistreated and ridiculed and disrespected, and it's not fair. I know life isn't fair, but it just hurts my heart to see that people who should be compassionate and who should put themselves in the other person's shoes are treating their fellow man or their fellow human being. Like, love is love, people. Like, the sky is blue. These things are facts. Like, we just need to change our mindset on stigmas. Like, one of my big stigmas is people with mental health are discarded. They are discarded like trash. They are discarded like we don't matter. And it just makes me question the health of this world. It makes me question how toxic it is and how we need to inform people instead of ridiculing and talking. We should have more actions towards building a better world and building a better knowledge base behind what we're speaking about. It makes my skin crawl to know that it took me this long to get a diagnosis that should have been years before its time. It should have been years ago that I could have gotten it. But because people were so narrow-minded and so apprehensive to put a label on it. Yes, I hate labels just as much as you, but I needed this label to understand and to cope with my diagnosis. And don't get me wrong, I do not agree with labels. I do not agree with slapping a label on anyone. People are human beings. People are people. I understand this. So before anybody comes at me, I'm just speaking from my MJ Ability Warrior's heart. I'm not speaking from MJ Everyday Life MJ. I'm speaking as an advocate. I'm speaking as one human being listener to another human being listener. Because I hear so many podcasts that are like, we understand, but they don't have first-hand knowledge of what goes into every day when you wake up with a mental illness. What goes into every day when you wake up with a physical disability. What goes into being always on all the time. What goes into being that human being that everybody sees on the outside but isn't truly you on the inside. Like, everybody wants to see what they want to see. Why can't people just be people? Why can't the people that I've had relationships, why can't they see that I didn't know what life would be like? I didn't know what was in store for me. I had no control over my emotions, and that's part of my diagnosis. I have no control over my emotions, and they took advantage of that. They used that to their advantage, and they just said some nasty things, and that is not okay. That is not what that is not how people should be treated. I understand that hurt people, like I said, the title of this podcast was going to be. I understand that if you don't know, if you're not informed, then you're going to make mistakes. But if you are ignorant and you just choose to make these decisions anyways, then it brings me back to having a peaceful mindset. Like, even though I'm getting riled up, and even though I don't agree with what this person did to me, they were just not right for me, and they're not right for the path that I'm on. And I understand that. And they're wounded themselves. And I hope truly, eventually, that they will come to terms with who they are, and they will either make amends to those who they hurt, or just keep on living their lives. Whatever they choose, that's not for us to bear. That's not for me to bear, because they're not. Yes, they were an integral part of my life, but they're not anymore. So, and don't get me wrong, I do wish them the best, and I do wish them all the happiness that they do have, but on the flip side, you're hurting inside. You are taking it out on others, and that is not the way to live a peaceful life. That is not a way to live the life that the universe wants you to live. That is not a way to live in any way, shape, or form. What we need to do is to stand up for what we believe in, stand up for the choices that we made, and find those missing links to help us get to the top of the mountain, and people that will lift us up and rejoice with us and listen to me get all preachy, but rejoice with us and understanding that we are people too, that we didn't choose to be minorities. We didn't choose to have a different sexuality. Well, I guess we did. No, we didn't. I take that back. We didn't choose to have a different sexuality. We were born this way, and we were born to love whoever we loved, and if hate vetoed hate, then love should veto hate even more. Love should be the ultimate kill 'em with kindness kind of deal. That should be our main goal every day. I challenge you to say hi to one person that you would never say hi to. One person that you would never think you would be friends with. One person that's of a different race. One person that is of a different ability. To all my ability warriors out there, what's up? But yeah, just find somebody that is completely different in every way, shape, or form, and I'll check in with you at the end of the month. At the end of August, I will check in with you as a full check-in. As our new season will start. 'Cause I've been doing this for January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Okay, so we'll start it in November. Because I started my first podcast in January, so that'll give me a couple podcast episodes to catch you guys up on life and to then dive right into our next season. I really hope you do stick around, and I really hope that you take this and you take that challenge, and I will be checking in. Ability Warriors later is watching. Again, I am gonna say this disclaimer. I am not one to rock the boat. I am not one to put my opinions out there. Well, I am, but not controversial ones. And I needed to unload this. And I needed to put my own spin on it. And I hope you guys are okay with that. And again, hurt people. So just because they hurt you doesn't mean you can't come back with a nice comment and say like, hey, I know that we're not close, but I want you to know this information, and whatever you take from it, you can take, but I just want to leave it on peaceful grounds, and then maybe you can give this to them as like a peace offering. Like, just share this with them and tell them to subscribe and just make this community bigger and better and more of a force to be reckoned with. And I can't do it on my own, guys. All my warriors out there, I need you guys. I need you guys to hear the call. I need you guys to be there with me and to help people get educated and to help people in whatever way you can and have expertise in. I think that I need to use my voice for a better purpose. And that is what I'm intending to do with this podcast. This episode was a little rambly, but I am trying to not come at it too harshly, and I'm just trying to help you guys understand where I'm coming from, and hopefully people, like, this doesn't have to apply to anything political. It can, but it doesn't have to. But yeah, like, if like at the top of the episode when I said I had an ex that did all this stuff and said some pretty gnarly things. I know that it's just because he didn't understand, and he doesn't have to, because I am my own human being, and he doesn't have to be on my side and have my back and all that stuff. I am a woman, hear me roar. So, anyway, that was a ramble. I'm going to jump off here, but again, I just wanted to plug another awesome female YouTuber. Her name is Minnie Minchino. She is my best friendo in the entire planet. She does vlog type podcast shows about gaming, and she just started the funniest Let's Play, I think she calls it. She's doing Mario World. You seriously need to go check it out. Her voice acting is hilarious. She's on episode 3 or 4 at this point, I believe. So you need to check out her new series. And yeah. So I post Sunday through, no. Holy crap, guys. Wow, my brain is all over the place. I post Thursday through Sunday, so you can look forward to hearing my voice then, and I will catch up with you guys soon, and I will see you guys in another podcast. JJ is now signing off and is out. See you next time. Bye.